want to bet.
Okay. Hiraga, blinded. You can see kind of fire wrapping around the crystal ball as she's trying to wipe at her hands. And she's just going to put her hands out and growl and cast Burning Hands. Miss Indira, could you give me a dexterity save, please? You have advantage.
She can hit me?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cone.
It's like a
cone, yeah.
Yeah. It's just this fire erupts from her kind of in your direction.
Right. You said I have disadvantage?
We have advantage.
Oh,
Because
so
you
that's
dangerous.
that.
Yeah.
Doesn't
You still
matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Oh my god.
You're going to take
Derek-
14 fire damage from that.
Please stay alive.
No.
Please stay alive, Indira. We can't take
No
punishment.
promises.
And then she is going to... I see clearly. Your demise is at its end. Serena.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's actually
Grouping for that fireball.
11, 12. There we go. That's a
I
nice.
don't know what you mean.
Definitely a end of the line fireball coming out.
Okay, so Serena just points a finger at Hiraga and then just does that. And for a second, nothing happens. And then it becomes apparent what she's just done. Shadows start crawling up like Hiraga's legs. And you can hear almost like the sound of rotting happening very, very quickly as Serena is using her new spell, Blight. And because Punky is next to her, she has disadvantage on that Constitution save.
Does Blight have range?
30 feet.
Okay. I knew it was short. I thought it was touch.
That's 30 feet.
Constitution shave, you say.
With disadvantage because Punky's next to her.
Okay. With that disadvantage, she can't shake it. And she actually takes that full 40. You see the cloak she's wearing kind of burn and twist into these holes as this sort of blackness kind of cascades up. And she will sort of just twist towards Serena and just go, "Fell!"
And then I am going to use another quickened spell. Serena couldn't understand what she was saying, but for the irony of it, I'm going to cast Shoal of Piranhas. She's blind again.
Yeah, that'll do it.
What are you going to do?
God, you're like a blue deck in Magic the Gathering.
Oh, right, yeah.
No, there's worse of that. You should watch Erin play Amelia. That's the bluest deck you'll ever see. Vale, it's your turn. She's like trying to weave this spell at Serena and the piranhas get into her eyes and she just hisses out.
Bonus action to dash. 1, 2. That's right. Vale is in range. As Vale runs up, he swings his rapier in a longer arc. As it starts swinging, he brings it over his head, and the tip begins to glow. He brings it over and down, and there's a crashing sound as it hits. And it looks like, as the swing goes, it looks like a comet flying through the night sky as it smashes into her.
That's going to be a hit.
Oh, that's not actually right. That's +5. And
just so you know, because I'm a Valor Bard, you can add that D8 to your damage.
What?
I'm probably do that. Let me sort this out plus Dex, so in future that will roll correctly, and it's also a sneak attack and a D. So it's a plus 5 for my Dex mods, and then it's D8 of damage. D8. Nice.
Yeah, that's a massive hit. Like in that moment when she's defenseless, you can just striking, and the magic just amplifies it. She does not go down, but she is heavily staggered. And you can see she's not even necessarily casting some of the spells that are happening to you from the domain itself. And this sort of eruption of fire sort of happens right here. And I'm going to need you three to give me a dexterity save, please.
Yay.
She quite literally does yell in Elvish. She's like, "Get them away from me!"
Do I have advantage this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Basically, if it's
just
something you can
failed-
see coming, you get advantage.
If 17 barely failed, 18
Serena
might
saves.
succeed.
Yeah, Indira's the only one to fail.
You can. I gave you bardic inspiration in there, so you can add that D8 to that.
I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
Vale also, like, as he dodges, he crouches down and like this shining glimmer appears around him. And that's absorb elements.
And it would have been 26 fire damage. All of you have that halved to 13.
Oh wait, no, I take no damage.
You're good.
Don't
Yeah.
need to do that. Never mind.
You can just fucking flip. You can just
Yeah.
avoid it all.
Concentration check for piranhas. That was listed as Sharkville. I'm going to ignore that.
So I take damage even though I.
You
side
still
step?
take 13 damage, yeah.
I am
You just
down.
take less.
Eek.
Okay.
Eek.
This is the first time Indira's ever gone down.
It is.
No. It's
Wow.
Are you sure?
No.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Wow.
Miss.
Zero doxy, everybody.
Punky.
Go, Punky. Do something useful, please.
She's determined to get my Minecraft sword.
That is going to be... you see Punky, like, dash and bite into her, but in, again, that kind of shifting, you see, like, 7 things happen at once, all of it like a dream. She manages to twist around him quite effortlessly, despite being blinded, and that's going to miss.
Well, you know, I'd rather her use that on one of Punky's attacks than on one of...
Riley!
Riley is gonna come as close as she can to the battle. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can finally see her.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
This Valabard is cool.
I like Valorbards. How far away is she from me? Where's that little tool?
It looks different now.
Yeah.
That little tool.
70!
Right there.
Oh,
I
that's
pointed
not
at you.
good. Don't point at me.
No, I pointed at Ollie.
Oh, 70 feet isn't good because that messes with what I was going to
You
do.
actually pointed at your
I-
dick. So...
Ooh.
It's true.
Ooh.
Small tool.
Shots fired. I
Lay it
guess
down
the
on that
only,
grenade.
the only thing I can do is annoying. I don't want to do it. All right, I guess I just gonna double move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There you are.
Bonus action. I am going to say, Serena, you're doing brilliantly.
I know.
Just so you guys know, a really huge storm is about to hit me, so if my power goes out.
Then Indira's just fucking dead. Yeah.
And
Hero
Indira
of the
dies.
storm.
Indora was killed by the storm.
Oh,
Lived by the storm, died by the storm.
It's actually your turn, Indira. Can you give me a death save, please?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Not a 1.
Yeah.
Oh, not a 1!
That is
So
2
that's
points
2
of death.
failures, huh?
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
points of death.
Oh my god.
Someone go pick her up. Someone go medicine check. Someone do something.
What happened when that eruption of fire happened? You heard Indira fall, and now you can just smell burning because the ground is so searing hot here. Where she's like laying on the ground, her skin is just burning away.
Don't make her ugly.
Don't make her ugly.
The skin's made of onyx.
Yeah,
It's fine.
you'll be fine.
Iraga has to make a dex save against
I was gonna
your-
say Dex save
With
against shoulder piranhas.
disadvantage because of Punky.
She still makes it.
Drat! Oh well.
There's literally just a grab of the piranhas and just splurts them and they turn into that black ooze.
Like ink in the water.
Yeah! And she is going to look at her spells. Because I'm not good at being a spellcaster.
Do we know it? Stample.
Excuse me, I had a +5 strength on that wizard.
Because you would never give that belt back.
Who did I have to give it back to?
To what's his name there?
Nope. Mine.
Changeling
She
guy.
is going to glance at Vale and kind of twist, and from the crystal ball, a blast of flame will launch at Serena. And I don't have enough dice.
Oh, you never want to hear that.
I never have enough dice. They just get lost. Maybe if I kept a clean desk, they wouldn't, but, you know, what are you going to do? That's going to be 18 fire damage to Serena.
Ooh.
I'm still up at least.
And that's going to be your turn.
hope so.
Next.
I'm good at maths. There you go. That's right, health. She's looking pretty hurt, isn't she?
She is injured. Her robes are more injured looking than she is. She's definitely fighting pretty frantically.
I could have done without that damage.
Same, but for Indira.
Yeah, but the problem is that if I go and help Indira, I'm probably falling next round.
Oh, this is tough.
I'm one save away from death.
Yeah,
No, I get
I'm gonna
that.
trust. I'm gonna trust Vale to get her back up. Which no, am I gonna trust Vale to get her back up?
Would Serena, seeing that, leave it to Vale? Is the question.
No, I don't think she. No, she wouldn't actually.
I don't think she would.
So,
But you're not flying right now.
Yeah, but I still have a Misty Step.
Hey!
So pop across. I've only got regular healing potions, but that's so you get 2d4 plus 2. So you get 5 health.
So I'm back up.
You are back
You
up.
are alive. You're on the ground at 5.
Goodbye, failures. Oh, that was so scary. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's
oh,
what
thank
happens.
You so much.
Yeah, the problem is if she now uses like a fireball or something, we're probably both going to go down because I'm on low health now. But yeah.
Vale. Here, facing Hiraga. She's almost ignoring you. Dealing with other threats.
That's rude. That's very rude. Vale draws back again, and his blade begins to glow once again as he swings it down for the Comet Strike. He misses his Comet Blade.
It's thematic. Again, you swing down, you almost feel the blade connect, but in a twist and motion, as everything sort of jerks backwards in time, the next time she just manages to almost kick the foot out from under you, making you slip and just barely miss.
And as he slips, he swings up and catches her with the
Parrying dagger.
the New Faithful
New faithful.
across the throat.
Yep, she doesn't doesn't avoid that one.
God, 2 1s and
Wow!
2 2s. Damn.
Still, means you still got some damage out. And she actually, you do catch her, and she like staggers back. And actually will swear, I was like, you won't be so fast when I burn your legs from your corpse. And as the lair action, a wall of flame will porate here. Riley, can you give me a dex save?
Yay! I was actually gonna yell at her to do something to me. Next turn, I was literally going to do that. You said deck save, right?
Yeah.
All right, here's hoping.
That's a success. You're still
Yay.
going to take half damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be 10 damage fire after being halved.
Thank you.
Okie dokie. Next is Punky.
Come on.
Do you have to make a con save, Will?
Oh, I do have to make a con save. You're right.
Yes, you do.
I will make it, though, I hope.
I hope so.
You better if you fail.
This will be very bad if I don't.
Okay, you're good. You're good. You're fine for now.
Come on, Punky.
Oi, Punky!
That's a hit. Punky the
DC
Shark.
13 save throw. Strength save.
She makes that. You ain't
Nice.
getting her down that easy. But she is, like, she's dodging and doing all these, future-seeing tricks on Vale, and the shark just still bites into her leg. Yeah. And next up is Riley.
Riley's gonna move forward.
Do you take damage at the start or end with Wall of Fire? Let me just check real quick.
I think... Oh, I don't know.
It is D&D. They couldn't decide on one, so they did both.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
It does make like it
Wall
affects
of
the
fire.
ability of different spells a lot.
Yeah.
When it enters for
Ends
the first time,
turn.
or on a turn that it ends.
Yay! So I run up to here. Actually, to there.
Gonna lightning bolt me.
I'm not gonna lightning bolt you, don't worry. It's actually not that great of a spell.
Watch out,
But I'm
Vale!
going to- Yeah, like totally
I mean,
jokingly.
if he rolled it well enough, he could
Yeah.
actually dodge it.
It's like not
I'm
even
going-
a bad idea sometimes.
I'm going to
Sometime.
cast Dissonant Whispers at 3rd level.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, your flames don't hurt me, bitch.
You
And then...
see her take that attack and start moving backwards, but it's all just in your mind's eye as she resists it. Does she still take half
legendary.
damage? Yep, you still take half damage.
Oh, she takes half damage?
Mm-hmm. But at this point,
Okay.
Vale, who would especially notice, this person who's immune to the effects of fire is starting to sweat.
Oh. Much like Indira, am I right? Let's hope she sweats a lot. 'Cause she's got to put out
Indira,
the
it's your
fire.
turn.
Vale, can we please trade spots?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Technically, she'd get an opportunity attack against Vale, but she doesn't have a melee weapon.
Oh,
so.
no.
You can swip, but you would be willingly changing place with someone, so it would give you opportunity attacks. That is a hit. Yeah. Yep. It's brutal. Just as you can see her starting to slow, and as when you get back up and just swing into her, she staggers, and both of those attacks like actually cleave into the flesh. But she just takes it.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to hand my healing potion to Vale. Can I do that?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, if I go down again.
Vale's got both his hands busy. He wouldn't accept
You can
it.
just kind of like shove it onto his belt. You know, it could be fine. She is
down the
going
trousers.
to, yep, nature's pocket. Growl out. You kind of see after images of her arms moving in like 10 times as she's casting like almost spell on top spell on top spell. You can almost hear the magic creaking with the force she's putting into it, and she will unleash a blast of flame into the 3 of you. Can you all give me dex saves, please?
My luck's about to run out. Oh wait, I still have a still have bardic inspiration, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I'm
Use that
using
bardic
it because we've
inspiration.
established 17 is a fail.
Would Deirdre have advantage?
Indira, you had advantage on that.
Yeah. Indira.
Where I'm gonna... This time I'll absorb elements then. I don't want to take that
Doesn't
damage.
matter.
Yep, you still fail. Serena's the only one who passes. It's 24 fire damage, so Serena
I'm down
takes
again.
half of that. Yeah.
How much damage is it in total?
24.
It's 24, so halved and then quartered.
Mm-hmm. Down to 6.
Thank you.
Are you down too, Ian?
I know
No.
I'm on 2 health.
You and she is panting, and you can almost see the light in the crystal ball is like flickering and staggering. Even the almost this chamber is creaking and crumbling. Dust is starting to fall. The fires are starting to the magma's starting to like bubble and pop in great waves. What are you doing, Serena?
Ever seen the end of Lord of the Rings?
Now this is an interesting choice. She's nearly down. Do I risk a lower level spell and keep a 4th level to launch a storm sphere if we have to make a break from the camp, or do I just go overkill with blight?
I think you do low level.
But the problem is that after me, there's the lair action, isn't there? And that could well be bad. What do I do? There's no point in something stupid happening because I didn't kill her here. I am just going to use blight. Better to get rid of the obstacle in front of me and worry about later. She has disadvantage on the save because of Punky.
And she is out of everything.
Like that punk.
She
gonna die
takes
now.
that damage. Do you want to describe this on me?
I mean, I've given you the description of the spell. You can play with that as you want.
With that, completely tired and exhausted. Almost like the first time you cast Blight, it kind of crept halfway up her body. This time you see that darkness creep further and further, rotting away at her clothing. She starts shrieking as, like Serena's constructs of shadow, she starts literally melting into this kind of reddish-black goop. Still screaming for a bit of time after there being not much mouth left, into just a steaming pile that starts boiling and bubbling on the floor and dissipating into sludge.
Is the orb also sludge?
No, that is remains.
And as we are now, I assume are we out of combat or not?
No.
No. Okay. Well,
Got a rat to deal with.
I will use
That's
a healing
true.
potion on myself. I want to use a healing potion on Indira, but I use my action, so I'm having to use one on myself first.
Vale. With her falling, the chamber is starting to collapse.
There's a chest right in front of me, right?
Yeah.
Um,
You could.
Take the entire chest.
If you wanted.
Can I pop it open? Is that an action to interact with it in that way?
Yeah, it is. You want to try?
Yeah, I'll pop it open.
It's locked. You have to give me a Thieves' Tools check.
I think Rose can do that as a bonus action, can't they?
There's something like that.
It's part of cunning action, yeah.
Sleight
Dash,
of pickpocket,
disengage,
definitely. Maybe for thief. You manage to like very quickly jimmy the lock, pop it open. Let's say you just stash the contents for now
I'm
and
gonna
go over it
stash
later.
the contents, put the rat in there, close the lid.
And then move.
Time to get out of here. Pick up the orb, Indira.
I'm dead.
Indira is a
down.
smoking
Down?
puddle on the ground. A
That's why
smoking
I was
body.
like freaking out when you opened a fucking chest.
Yeah, I love the idea. You're like, you got all the loot, you turn around and you just see Indira down on the ground. Oh, it's good. I like it.
Vale can't necessarily do much.
You can't do anything on your turn now. Yeah.
You have a
Um,
bonus
so-
action.
Yeah, but he can't use it to interact with you in any
You
way.
can pass the potion to somebody else. So.
No
Right,
one
me.
else
Sure.
here has action. They
I
can
mean-
really do anything.
Do you have another potion, Ian?
I have plenty of potions, I just have no action to use them on off my turn.
Okay. I mean, Vale's going to start running then. Try not to forget the orb. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because that's bonus action to dash. He's got to go grab Gil as well. Remember, that boy's still dead out there.
Yeah, and Vale definitely can't carry 2 people.
He probably couldn't carry Indira. She's quite muscly.
Punky dissipates.
I'm tiny. I weigh less than Gil, guaranteed.
No, you if we actually look, you probably weigh the same. But he still can't carry 2 people. He's
strong.
not weak. Yeah, I mean he is weak.
I'm not weak. I'm perfectly average.
With this, the realm starting to collapse, this kind of wave of magma forms and starts moving, and actually engulfs the 2 of you.
Well, fuck.
You are going to take some damage.
Oh my god.
So Indira, you just gained a point of death. Just. Serena, you are going to take 17 damage.
Well, in that case, I am going to have to attempt a Strength of the Grave because I'm out. 17 plus 5, so I have to make a 22.
Oh, I hope one of you stay up. You have to stay up. Oh.
You have inspiration?
No, I used it on the deck save. I'm down.
Both of them down in the fire that's encompassing the realm. Riley, what do you do?
I can't make this decision.
You can enter the flame, you're just going to take damage.
I know. Here's a question. I know that you are good at... Alright, here's what I do. If this works. Let me just read the rules really quickly.
It's the moment.
I can Dimension Door myself and one other person.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing to allow me to Dimension Door 2 other people?
Yeah, so it's touch teleport, which is how it works in Jarviskjir. So if you grabbed both of them, you have to run into the fire, you're going to take damage.
Yep, I run to the fire, I take damage.
It'll be
Dimension Door.
16 fire damage. You're Dimension Dooring outside,
And
basically, or to the door,
Yep, right outside the door.
That's actually
To where
perfect.
Gil is, or...
Yeah, because you can't...
Yeah.
Actually, you could teleport. You could even teleport into, the shrine if you wanted.
I can teleport back to the safe spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, to the cottage even. couldn't you?
Yeah. No, that's too far away. It's 500 feet.
Oh, is it?
But you could get back to the shrine. The little safe spot.
I would go to the shrine, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. That actually clears the battle because Vale can outrun this fire, scoop up Gilwyn, hop over the caltrops, barge through the door.
It gives him
And throw a fire elemental at them.
No, he put it in the crate. Sadly. That would have been a good move too. That was kind of the second thing I would have expected you to do.
Yeah. I was going to tell him to do that if it came to us being
And
together.
Vale, you dash out of there smoking to the samurai and the Drider standing out there waiting. You're holding Gilwyn dead. What do you do? I will assume at this point, Riley, you're probably going to give them both a potion.
Absolutely.
Can you roll that real quick?
Yep.
Let me just check something. 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. Okay, this guy's self has not dropped then. Just need to check whether damage affected that. It doesn't.
No, especially for a cloak.
The serpent witch, she froze me. I was expelled. There's something terrible going on in there. You must save Hiraga now.
Give me a big boy deception check, please.
Big boy deception coming right up. It's not a big boy deception.
I took the 7, Ian.
Oh, I was going to say, I gave you the 9 because you were the one who was hurt more.
Okay,
At
I
this
took the
point,
9, Ian.
the samurai draws the blade. Is this going to become a chase, Mr. Vale?
Yeah, Vale's gonna run.
All right, give me
Like
another
100%.
initiative check, real quick.
And he's
doesn't need to
bolting
be
for
on-
he's bolting for the cottage.
Yeah. Okay, great. It doesn't need to be on the turn order. Just
Okay.
check if Dryder have more speed. It would not surprise me.
I'm glad I'm a rogue and fast.
Yes.
And I'm glad you had the mention top. Oh my god, when you were both in those flames, I was like, oh my god, no.
I was holding back tears. I was pretty sure Indira was just dead.
Okay. With that 17, you just start running. You hear yells and commands in Undercommon, which you can only assume get them and some such, as the samurai like charges after you, and the Dryder is actually like climbing on top of the tents, rolling after them towards you. Can you give me an athletics check, please? Would you be going full out sprint? Do you want to try and like hide and catch them off guard?
He's gonna flat out sprint. Can I also ask to roll an acrobatics as well? Because Vale will be vaulting things.
Yeah. If you want to go full out sprint, vaulting, acrobatic, you'll get a point of exhaustion. You'll go hecka fucking fast. Give me an acrobatics.
So both or just
Both.
one?
Both. Yeah.
Cool. Please don't roll terribly.
Yeah, it's
not
actually
amazing.
not bad. Especially because I'm giving you this bonus for like flat out sprinting. You actually lose the Dryder. It makes sure the vaulting and things.
He tries to go over a tent and her legs all just go.
Yeah. It's also a big creature. So you like dashing under stuff completely confuses her. The samurai, like, you like dash under a tent, he just slashes through it and like shoves people out of the way. And by the time you're out of the camp, you're still probably sliding down the hill. He is after you, still. It's your turn. What's the plan?
So do I have a point of exhaustion now?
Yes.
Also, when does Gil wake up? Has it been an hour yet?
No. You can technically wake up whenever.
I have to
wants.
touch him though
Yeah.
to wake him up. That's what's been the issue.
What does a single point of exhaustion give me?
Disadvantage on checks.
Skill checks only.
Yep. And how far away are we from the camp now?
Less than an hour. You know, as we're running, 20 minutes or so, like a sprint, which you can do even with exhaustion. It's just whether this guy can as well. And so far, he can. But you're on the hill. You're on like the downhill, and then the fungal forest is spreading out in before you.
Vale's he'd stop, and he tried to stab him at this point with the poison dagger. With a poison.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
With a drow poison.
The battle after the battle.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. We'll get out of here fine. I got stuff.
We're separated though.
Roll the attack roll. Go ahead. That's a hit. And this is drow poison, right?
Drow poison.
Okay.
I need to give him disadvantage on his checks if I'm to hope to get away.
Oh, I like that. That's clever.
Yeah.
If I actually give him the poison stats, I don't know what it does, but it's worth a try.
Unfortunately, he makes the save. Made of stronger stuff.
He's probably been subjected to it at some point.
Exactly, right. He is going to attack you back. He raises the blade, and you notice the fire that's been engulfed in it dissipates because Hiraga is dead. And what's your AC? It's like 20?
It would be 20. I suppose I would have drawn my poison dagger and my Old Faithful, so 20.
Okay. He actually just misses a 20. So that is, you're like, just as you're drawing the parrying dagger can get it in the way of the blade. What's your next move? And this guy is like uninjured, still going.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying. Vale faints with the poison dagger. As he does, he sheaths the parrying dagger, pulls out the gem, and says the word right into his face.
I like it. He
And
frickin'
it's a DC 15 Constitution.
fails. This bright flash, and he like
And as
launches
soon as
up.
he blinds, Vale's
Yeah,
picking up, killing Bailey.
I will give you that one. You know, you kind of see him in the back, like taking off the mask, like trying to figure out everything in that moment. You know, your speed versus it. Like you just get enough of a gain, even if they do keep chasing you. You are home free. You know, there is that 20-ish minutes of worrying back at your little cottage before he does charge in with Gil. Vale looking exhausted and smelling toasty, but so are all of you.
Adira would throw herself at them as soon as they walked in the door and just throw her arms around them.
Vale's very sweaty and out of breath.
She does not mind.
Gilwyn is also cold.
He'd catch Riley's eye and say, "Thank you."
And then
She'll just
Adira would
nod.
look back too and be like, "Wake him up now! Wake him up! Wake him up!"
All right, it's a cool trick though. Ready? Walks over and just literally just the finger just doot, and then
Yeah.
life comes back into his body.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's my favourite wall.
Whoa!
guys?
Thank you for the magic, Sturmish. I sure am happy I am.
I sure am.
I wasn't gonna make that joke. You did it. All right. What? Now that you kind of have that moment to calm down after all of that, to kind of sit back and rest and tend to burns.
Might be a good idea to camouflage the cottage.
I agree, no fires. That big drow bastard, the samurai, he followed me. Some of the way, at least. I nearly didn't make it.
Serena's sitting on, has summoned the shadowy throne.
Yeah, I love the idea of he bursts in, everyone's like, oh, no, and Serene's just in the throne.
Yeah, but she's trying her best to look unaffected, but it's clear she's sort of wincing a bit when she shifts slightly, and she just says, "You know, as much as I wish that this place would be repaired for us, it might be a better idea to leave it, on the outside at least, unrepaired. It gives it better camouflage."
Perhaps we could move to stay in a basement, if that's something that the drow have.
They actually, because you would have looked around, this place does have a cellar. It's very well crafted as well. They live in the caves. They know how to dig these underground places, and it's like a all-purpose storeroom and stuff there. It's just a big chamber down there.
Can we, like, move our, camp
Yeah,
down
yeah.
there and move to disguise it?
I was going to say disguise it. One of you would have to give me a check for that. What check would... There's no interior design skill. Is the
Survival,
downside.
maybe?
Survival is a great one. Yes, I like that. Survival, please. One of you, whoever's better. Or you could do it with advantage, because, you would all be working together to move the camp down into there.
I've got a +5, so
Yeah,
You are the-
4. You're best.
You're the best.
I'm doing this with advantage, okay. Can I also, while I'm doing this, can I also set up, nothing too elaborate, just over any obvious entrances, like the door and such, just small bits of string that are maybe attached to leftover pots or pans or something. Yeah. If we're going to be down below, we might not know when
Setting
someone...
up an actual proper trapped perimeter would take longer, but for this purposes, yeah, absolutely, that would be fine.
Yeah, just make it just something to basically make noise if someone enters.
Can you give me a perception check while you're up there?
I can try.
So you set up everything, you move stuff down there. There's plenty of the thing with this drought, they don't have beds. So there's plenty of rugs and throws and soft things that you can throw in front of the trapdoor down into the cellar. Easy. Someone looking in this building in particular will find it, but someone looking in wouldn't maybe be able to tell as a cellar, stuff like that, It's possible. It's pretty good actually. So you move down into the basement.
On the wrist.
It's suitably, spidery down here. Lots of spider webs. A few bottles of, old drink and stuff like that. But yeah, you could take a long rest here, and you absolutely probably should.
Yes, let's.
Very
Let's
much
also
so.
open one of those old bottles of drink.
Yes.
Yeah, it's old wine.
Oh, lovely.
Would any of you take watches up above, or are you just we're completely ghost mode?
Whoever was in the
knows?
best shape would have to do it. But
Yeah, I'm in
I
no
think
state to take.
Technically,
watch.
Gilwyn is in a great shape, but he can't see shit. Well, he's got his goggles. He could listen, but he's also the worst person to be found.
Yeah, I
Vale
think
wouldn't. Sorry,
it
go
would be
ahead.
best. I think it would be best for all of us to hide in the cellar if we have
You've hidden the entrance.
yeah, and we have the detection set up. So
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna take watch, but Vale's gonna listen very carefully. And he would suggest. that
Please do.
We
Yeah.
take to, and he would he'll be lying there at the top of the stairs listening because he doesn't need to sleep as such. And the one thing he's worried about is the drow doing something evil, like burning the place down while they're in it,
Yeah.
rather
Okay.
than So he's he's not looking, but he's smelling and hearing.
Give me a perception check, please. You do hear some noise outside at some point. You figure it must be some kind of mounts that they have, because there's a lot of movement. It's not footsteps, but something big. Going past the area, looking around, maybe sniffing around. And there is a little bit of a lingering. But no one ever, actually, you never hear footsteps in the place itself, because you'd hear the creaking on the floorboards and things like that. So you're actually, for now, safe.
Yay.
So you take your long rest, bandage up the wounds, apply a lot of ointments to wounds and things like that. Gil is full of magical healing, so there will be no marks left in Dira because he is full of magical healing.
thank you.
And you would have some of that wine. You would drink from the water skin of nourishment. You can rest back up to you're all never want to see fire again, but you're fine when you wake up and when all is said and done. And aside from scouting creatures, no one ever came into the farm.
Well, that was something.
One down, and Indira draws across through the
Nice.
Hiraga portrait.
Well done. That was a bit close for comfort. You could say we almost got the burnt.
I'm used to saving you. It's nice to have somebody that can save me. And she looks back and forth between Serena and Riley.
I am just frustrated that I fell in that wave of flame, but, well, I would
Makes sense.
and that we were unable to recover the orb and the door, to be quite frank, although I do not like the contents of that realm. I do not know how it works. Perhaps we would have been able to craft our own realm from it.
You didn't get to orb?
No, I
Get
was.
anything?
Yes, actually, now you mention it, Vale empties the contents that pouch of his backpack.
Big old sack. Let's see what you get.
You say we didn't get anything, and Vale gets his big old sack out.
You could get this, you know what I
He
mean.
dumps it out and there's just nothing in there.
Wow.
Fly out.
So rude.
Yeah, give me a pity moment.
Un momento.
First of all, let's discuss the matter of gold.
Come here, get out the way, kid. She loves that.
So there's 22,000 gold in here. All in drow coin. Quite the amount. On top of that, there are a series of kind of orangish gemstones cut into kind of a triangular shape. There are 5 of them.
I'm gonna put this in my plat to keep it separated.
Yeah, you can always separate things into plat. I just kind of do it to gold. I like consult everything into gold just for fucking simplicity's sake.
Like I can just add this to my gold and it's not a problem.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
The slight like roleplay thing is it's drow coin, but really the value of gold is the gold.
It's gold.
So it doesn't matter unless you want it to matter, really, for roleplay purposes. There's one other thing. I'm just being really bad at reading a book right now.
Every day of my life. Don't worry about it.
There is an amber potion. There's actually the stopper is a heart. It's fine glass. And that's that.
Feels as though Serena should have that.
Amber potion with a heart stopper, noted.
Let's hope I can remember what that is by the time you eventually drink it.
Who's got those crystals?
You might want to give him to Gil as the spellcaster. Or Serena. You know, it's always good to have the crystals on the spellcaster.
What was the crystals exactly, sorry?
5 amber-ish triangular or pyramid-shaped crystals.
Okay.
Gems. Whatever.
Gems.
Gems.
Done then, that's added to my inventory.
Yeah, quite the windfall.
Yeah. And that's only one of the 6 bosses.
Well,
And they get easier as time goes on.
This was his, like, her personal realm, you know. The coin is
True.
being kept here, at least the coin that she needs on her person.
True. Well, that is a small part of what we are hoping to do done. I suppose that the next thing we will have to do is get into the city proper one way or another and establish the whereabouts of our other targets.
Perhaps
Indeed.
find somewhere more defensible to stay. Feel quite trapped in a cellar.
I mean, upstairs, downstairs, we're still underground.
I think that, assuming that the rest of the drow leaders are in the city, it would be far easier to find somewhere in the city. I mean, the most difficult aspect for us is probably going to be getting in and out. If we can get in and out in once, then hopefully we can minimize the amounts we have to leave, thus reducing the chances for for our identities to be discovered.
Which entrance to the city would we be at? We'd be at the
North.
north side. I would suggest that we travel to a different side of the city before making an entrance. I should imagine that we would be able to gain entrance easily enough. We'd be able to gain entrance to their war camp. It seems strange to me that they would have a war camp less secure than a city.
While true, they do now have a group of prime suspects in the murder of one of their leaders. It is entirely possible that likenesses of us will be known to any guards. I think your idea has merit. Certainly, we should not go through this north gate, but one of the other ones, we might still have trouble. It might be best to search for alternative methods of entrance. This is a city. If it is anything like Tran and the amount of boats going in and out of there will be some equivalent of smugglers who might be willing to bring us in or out without having to be checked.
We could totally get in or out without having to be checked. Did you not see me make him invisible? I can make a couple of us invisible. I can actually make all of you almost invisible.
What if there was a way for us to convince everyone that we died in that fight?
That's tough. We'd have to sneak back in, plant bodies. Charred bodies. It'd be ugly. It's possible.
I mean, they did not see 3 of us exit. They might assume that Vale is the only survivor. I do not know.
They can't get into that door with her dead, right?
We can presume from what we saw, no one would be wanting to go in there willingly.
Exactly, yes. I certainly
What did you do with the rat?
I put it in the chest.
In the chest.
Nice.
It was cool magic, by the way. I liked it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, why don't I give you a whole week to plan what you want to do next?
Oh no, I'm gonna miss it.
Mm-hmm. Guess who's gonna be acting stupid next week?
Indira is just staring at Gil the whole time.
Me like Gil.
Isn't Derek gonna have the northern accent too?
No, that's not a...
No, you guys have to go full Valley Girl when you talk for me.
Oh! No doubt.
Wait, Ollie, can I hear your Valley Girl now?
No.
Ah, damn it.
But it's on record.
Really easy though.
Like,
Yes.
oh my god, like we're just gonna go to the mall and it's gonna be
I
so
think
fab.
on this turn, I'm gonna rage. Yeah, definitely rage. So,
Oh my god, Joanne.
why don't we talk about
So very.
who we are and why we are? And I still start by looking at Neil.
Hi.
Who are you? Why are you?
I'm me because I was born and I grew up in a series of socioeconomic. I am me. You can find me at Naghite on the Discord or at Naghite_. Join on Twitter. Join me on Discord. It's fun. If you want to talk about D&D, which I noticed some of you do in the chat, this is the place to do it. And if you want to know anything else about Ollie's custom homebrew setting of Jarviskjir, that's also the place to ask because there happens to be some people in there who play quite a lot of Jarviskjir. Yeah. And some other noobs. Yeah. So join the Discord. The link is below.
And our special guest for this week and next week, Will.
I wondered whether you
sell your stuff because last time you were here, you didn't have all this stuff to talk about.
I know I didn't have stuff going on, but now I do. So you can find me on all social media. That's easy. By the way, look it up. You'll find me. Type me in Google. You get me. But look for me on youtube.com/bytheway if you want to check out my YouTube channel. I am doing a weight loss journey right now. I started at 310 pounds. I am down to 280 pounds. So it's 30 pounds in a couple of months. So I'm doing pretty well. And my goal is to get down to lose 100 pounds, get down to 210 pounds. That's the goal, taking it day by day. So if you want to check me out, youtube.com/bytheway.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
really
you.
awesome.
Thank you. Honestly, it's been really good because I lost a lot of weight a year and a half ago, but I got injured and I had to not do anything active for like 7 or 8 months. and I gained so much weight back, and it's been terrible. It's been just like, ugh. But now I'm like, nope, screw it. I'm getting back on, taking the reins again, doing it.
Let's
And you can
absolutely
join
talk
the
fitness
journey.
me and you.
You should.
Take my reins, Daddy.
Any day, Neil. Any day.
Speaking of, someone who may have had reins taken or used during this session is Ian. You banged a drow. That's not vanilla.
Serena is very much not vanilla.
Yeah.
I am Ian, aka Arvine. I am the other half of the Plays Too Much Jarviskjir partnership with Neil. So hit me up on Discord if you want to ask about Jarviskjir and you don't want to talk to Neil. Also hit me up on the Discord as the resident weeb and far too obsessed with anime person. Other than that, yeah, come and join Ollie's Discord. Oh yes, also support Ollie on Patreon because that gets you access to a couple of other games. One of which is the Monday game, featuring me being the party mum and Neil being the party bratty little brother.
There was a short time where he was party dad, and then dad
and
left.
now he's very much
Then I
not.
sucker punched him.
Yes, that game is like nearing up the end of a quest.
We're full on towards the end of this story arc.
Yeah. It's very hype. Even if you just catch the last episode and the next one, you'll have a good time.
Big session next week, so look out for that or listen out for that on Patreon.
Someone I like to listen to is Neil, but also Doxy. Who are you? Where can we find you? Yeah.
That really confused me.
Got him.
First, I'd like to thank Will for joining us. It's been really cool to have you. I'm looking forward to hopefully having you more. Don't
Whenever
change the context. Hi, I'm Zero Doxy. I like quacks and farting.
I forgot about the quacks for a second.
I'm a big dork and a vile human being, and if you want to catch me, make my friends all boink each other in The Sims. That's what we're doing lately. Yeah, just twitch.tv/ZER0DOXY. YouTube is the same. My branding is awful, so it's different on Twitter. It's ZER.
I know the feeling.
Did you try and change that recently?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
And last, and definitely not least, is me. You can find me here. If you haven't joined Discord, you should do that. If you haven't supported on Patreon, what are you doing? This show is supported by Patreon. You get to listen to 2 extra shows. They're podcasts. They're on one which is very traditional D&D. They're, adventurers in the free city. So it's the most D&D-ish D&D place. Just doing their thing. And there's now a game in Friday that takes place in the south, in the pirate city of Bilgewake. Where it's a little bit of pirates, a little bit of some cowboyness, because I'm playing Red Dead Redemption during the week.
It's a pretty good
and I have a wicked good time being all sorts of a bad boy. So we're going to play a little bit more of that in the next couple of days. And if you join the Discord, you actually are going to be part of some has bigger and better things happening. So hold on tight for that. And we'll be back next week without Doxy, so we'll have a much better time. They will
watch me on D&D Live. I'm going to be on D&D Live next week.
Bit important.
You should watch it. I will tweet
Is it at the same time as this?
No.
Oh,
No.
Thank God.
I leave the
It's
day
just
of
the timing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're also going to miss the Sunday on that week for a similar reason. But we should be playing next week, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye.
You are...